Hello and welcome to our first ever live in lockdown performance. This is presented by Stamford and Guildhall Art Centres, and we've put together a special cabaret show featuring some of our favourite local artists. So first up we have a very talented Mr. Pete Teckman, a comedian who's performed at all of the best comedy clubs from Manchester, Newcastle and the Comedy Store in London. So welcome to Live in Lockdown, Mr. Pete Teckman.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Pete Teckman, and welcome to my home. This is a strange situation. It's a very weird gig to be doing. But if you don't mind, I'm going to imagine to myself that there is a huge audience there in front of me. That will make it easier for me. And if you could just imagine that I'm hilariously funny, then that will make it easier for you too, I think. And that way this next 10 minutes will go a lot quicker and better for all of us, I think. Yeah, they are strange times. We're here in a sort of semi-lockdown situation. I think it's a crisis that kind of suits British people, to be honest with you, because let's face it, British people, they love queuing, we love moaning, and social distancing is our norm. We don't like strangers getting too close, do we? I think that's all. We only have to look at normal times, public transport. If someone goes to sit next to you on a bus or a train, we don't like that. We don't like it. Go and sit somewhere else. Yeah. So I think it kind of suits us, and it brings out the hypocrite in us. I think I was the same as everyone when it started. I was out there buying my pasta and toilet paper, moaning about everyone else buying theirs. Obviously, I needed 25 packets of toilet paper and 100 bags of pasta. And now I've become a dab hand at my new speciality is spaghetti bog bolognese. That's what we have every night for dinner. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, and the rest of the news kind of gets ignored. I don't know if anyone saw a few weeks ago, it was rather sad. There was news that Jimmy Tarbuck had been diagnosed with prostate cancer, which is genuinely sad, and I hope he makes a good recovery. But what got me is I was reading this on the BBC News site, and I read it, and what I liked about this story was, sad as it was, it said Jimmy Tarbuck was inspired to get his prostate checked by Sir Rod Stewart, which I'll be honest, I didn't realise was a service that Sir Rod was offering these days. I think it's great that he does, and I thought maybe other celebrities could do the same thing. In fact, I was thinking it could be, when they go and get their knighthood or become a dame, that could be part of it. Really, you can only have this if you agree to do some tests, because we'd all go and have everything tested, wouldn't we? If there was an outside chance that an aging rock star or a national treasure. I mean, who wouldn't want their prostate checked by Sir Judi Dench, Dame Judi Dench, for instance? That would be interesting. I mean, I think they'd have to do checks. There would be limits on this. I personally wouldn't want to be checked for testicular cancer by Sir Andy Murray. Much as I admire his tennis and his skills, and I'm sure he's a lovely guy, but I've seen when he's been playing tennis in service games what he does when he's got a couple of balls in his hand. Jiggling about, checking them, bounce, and then he smacks one away. I think because he gets one of those Wimbledon flashbacks, I don't want him anywhere near my balls. Thank you very much. Now, from all that, you will probably gather that I am a bit of a pedant. I am, because obviously I chose to read that BBC News item about Jimmy Tarbuck in a way that made it sound as if Rod Stewart was actually doing his prostate check rather than he had been inspired because Rod Stewart had also been diagnosed with this horrible illness. And I am. And the older I get, the more pedantic I get, I think. It drives my wife mad. And I do it for fun sometimes. Sometimes, I'll be an example of this. Last year, we went to book a holiday. These are the days when people could go on holiday. We went to book our holiday and we went to one of these big holiday hypermarkets. Have you seen these places? It's a big room, like a warehouse with desks all around the edge. There's posters of exotic locations around the walls. And there's a bureau de change, a coffee bar, and a little kids' play area with building blocks and a paddling pool full of plastic little ball pit thing, which, by the way, I think a great idea, to be honest. If you're going on a holiday, these days there's so much plastic in the ocean that you're better prepared. Your kids are better prepared playing around in a pit full of plastic than they would be by going to a swimming pool, frankly. I mean, say what you like about all the plastic pollution in the sea, but there's going to be a lot fewer drownings, I think, in future. That's just the way it is. People won't be able to just be bobbing about on the surface. Anyway, we're there, and behind all the desks there was a travel executive, and our travel executive was called Giles. He had a name badge, suit, tie, slick back hair. I took an instant dislike to Giles. It's unfair, I know, but I did. You shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Anyway, and we didn't know where we wanted to go, and we've been discussing various holiday locations for a while. And then after a little while, Giles said, "Have you, by any chance, considered a fantastic all-inclusive holiday at one of our beautiful exclusive resorts in the Canary Islands?" And I said, "It can't be both, Giles." He said, "I beg your pardon." I could feel my wife's fingernails digging into my thigh at that point. I said, "It can't be all-inclusive and exclusive, Giles. Which is it, Giles?" And he said, "Oh, I see what you mean. No, you misunderstand." He said, "All-inclusive refers to the tariff. It's all-inclusive. All your transfers, flights, accommodation, meals, drinks, entertainment, all one price, all-inclusive tariff. But the resort itself is rather exclusive." I said, "Oh, thank you, Giles. Thank you. I appreciate you clarifying that." Whom does it exclude? At this point, my wife grabbed our daughter by the hand and said, "Come on, let's go and build a tower of bricks." My daughter was like, "Mum, I'm 13 years old." She said, "Well, you should be good at it then, but we're not sitting around listening to your dad make a brat of himself." I said, "Whom does it exclude, Giles, your resort? Are you excluding black people, Giles? Gays? Are you excluding Muslims? Is it the Jews? Is it the Jews, Giles, are you excluding from your exclusive resort?" And Giles, "Oh, no. I take your point." So, "Yes, very good. Yes. No, we don't exclude any group per se. All I'm saying is that this resort itself is rather upmarket." I said, "Oh, so it's poor people you're excluding from your resort, Giles. Why didn't you say so? Book us in." And there we went. And I should say, my wife got her own back a few weeks later, by the way. We went out for one Sunday afternoon, went for a drink and a bite to eat in a local pub, a village pub. And we'd been in there a little while, and we suddenly heard a roar of engines outside, and in walked the local chapter of Hell's Angels. I say chapter, there was only 4 of them, barely a paragraph, if I'm honest with you. So they walked in, and suddenly the pub went very quiet. Everyone suddenly took a very deep interest in their menus. They were reading what was on the menu, and and these guys had come in, and they had the leather jackets, with the denim waistcoats with Hell's Angels picked out in studs on the back, long greasy hair, tattoos, and my wife said, "Hell's Angels." She said, "That's a funny name, isn't it?" I said, "Yeah, I guess so." She said, "I suppose it means angels belonging to hell, angels of hell." I said, "Yes, I think so." She said, "Shouldn't there be an apostrophe between the L and the S in hells to imply ownership?" I said, "Well, yeah, I suppose there should be." "Are you going to tell them?" I said, "No, I don't think so. I don't think. No, I don't know." She said, "Well, I think you should." She said, "You were very quick to tell the nice chap at the greengrocer's when he put one of his carrots by mistake. I think you should go and tell them." So I called a bluff. Ladies and gentlemen. I went over to the leader of the Hells Angels, this group, and I explained to him all about the possessive and how, therefore, because Hells was a possessive angels, or angels are possessive of Hells, and I explained there should be, in fact, an apostrophe between the L and the S in Hells if he wanted to make his attire grammatically correct. And he was really good about it. He was fine. He said, "Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for explaining that to me." He said, "By the way, while you're here, I've never been sure whether it's correct to say, if you don't piss off and leave me alone, you will have less teeth or fewer teeth." And we left quite quickly at that point. Although I'll be honest, I did shout fewer as we ran out of the door. I have to have the last word. Yeah, my wife did enjoy that. She was supposed to be here tonight, my wife, but she's not talking to me at the moment. She's punishing me because she discovered that I have a new nickname, pet name, I prefer to say, for her vaginal area. Now, in my defence, I only came up with this name because I found out that she refers to it as her lady garden. I don't have a problem with that. There's relatively few inoffensive euphemisms for that part of the female anatomy. Lady garden is as good as any. So I cannot understand why she is not talking to me because she found out that I had started referring to it as my lady allotment. On the basis it doesn't actually belong to me, but I get to potter around in there occasionally at weekends. Rather less since she found that out. I do love it. I do love being married. I love being married. And the best thing for me about being married is knowing that never again will I have to go through that terrifying ordeal of taking my clothes off for the first time for a new partner. You know the situation, guys. You're with a woman. You're going to have sex for the first time. She's going to see you naked. For I don't look good naked. I'm sorry, ladies, because I know that's what you're all thinking about now. It's a hard image to shift, but I don't. And ladies, you're too polite to say anything, usually, when you see us naked for the first time, but you can't hide that instant reaction. There's a look in the eyes tells us everything we need to know. I've seen them all. Disappointment, amusement, pity, shock and anger on one occasion. Although in fairness to that particular lady, she was only out walking a dog at the time. Last thing she expected was to come face to face with my miniature schnauzer, that's for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my time. It's been a pleasure. It's been lovely, and it's weird but lovely. So I hope you wish you all well, and I'll hopefully see you again soon, for real, in live. Thank you very much. My name's Pete Teckman. Good night.
So next up, we're offering you some spoken word, which is a really popular art form in the country at the moment, particularly in lockdown. Lots of Zoom poetry happening all over the country. So we've asked Darren Rawnsley, who was the first ever Stamford Poet Laureate, to put together a special set for us, and I think you're going to really enjoy this. Darren is local to Stamford. He's a teacher, a director, a writer, and a really brilliant performer. I hope you'll enjoy this.
Hi there, my name's Darren and welcome to my lockdown sanctuary. I'm going to read you a few different poems today, and the first one's entitled The Globe. Treading the boards at Shakespeare's Globe, the groundlings are stamping and slapping the stage, where actors erupt as bottom falls down, or the shrew shows Petruchio her talons in rage. While silence invades the Shakespearean air, Romeo and Juliet kiss as they die. Falstaff concludes when drunk he is brave, decides he has now 2 merry wives he can ply. There's murder and intrigue as Richard III limps onto stage to deliver his speech. Don't mention the name of the one Scottish play, I mean Mac Zip, 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 Shakespeareans preach. Tales that are twisted, language confusing, it's left to the groundlings to think what they can. Why the daughters of Lear are fighting and fussing, is Caliban made out to be a monster or man? So many plots, so many characters, some evil and cunning, some loving and kind. The Globe puts on plays daily for anyone, so go and enjoy. Let it open your mind. The Globe. Now this next poem is actually about a friend of mine who unfortunately passed away, but this is what I wrote for him, thinking about what he would say to his wife. It's called Intertwined. If I was here now, I would say that I love you. I would say I need you like the earth needs rain and the heavens need stars to lighten my nights, like your smile in the morning as you butter the toast, or round up the kids just as most of the time you showed me the way and laughed at my jokes, cuddled me close. We shared what we had, 1,000 long kisses, for an understood dad who listened and played, told stories of nights, so brave and so dashingly bold in a fight, yet my hand always gentle, wrapped in a glove with intertwined fingers, a touch full of love for you left behind, as I watch from the sky and sit by your side to catch all of your teardrops the memories provide. Laughs and applauses, that's how it should be. The rumours and causes are washed over me and contentment remains, so lift up your tumbler and toast me again, because up here in heaven I'm doing the same. If I was there now, I would tell you how much I love you, but I think you already know. Intertwined. Now before lockdown, I went on a walk to one of Stamford's highlights, and it's entitled North Avenue. The old North Avenue bids you stroll, and through the horseshoe round you go, wrapped in sycamore trees that sing sweetly in the cooling breeze and lead you on towards the Union flag which flaps and waves to passers-by, to visitors, where among the turrets lie the history of many years. A pillar box to attention stands, protecting gates and viewing land on which the gardeners of old have made their mark, have been so bold that they their task endure, and Mother Nature adds to make up the finished space so pure. The deer can gently while away the day and bring to life so many pictures, giving visitors the time to play and take in all they wish to see. From sculptures to a festival of film, a night at the proms, or where would Stamford be without this historic building on its brim? This is a place where all are welcomed in, from visitors at school to European and international friends who are bound to drool at all the space and beauty on display. Another most exciting day, they shout at joggers as their brightly coloured vests take a turn about the grounds, while children on their scooters roll with ease down and round the undulating road. Burley House and grounds, a place to chill, relax, unload. North Avenue. This next poem is related to all sorts of things that happen in life and the riots, etc., that are happening now, and it does make you think, and I think, and I wonder, and I lie in my bed. I lie on my bed and think where I've been a writer, a poet, somewhere in between the trouble and hurt the world seems to need, hatred and murder, slander and greed. They lie in the ground, they died in the mud, a war to end wars. We all know it should have prevented the rest, but we just didn't care. 1 million lost souls, bad taste in the air. We run in our dreams from darkness to light, through deserts and valleys tossed in the night, as memories collide of what we have seen and the things we must hide and keep in our dreams. A world full of secrets, a camouflaged mind. We try to ignore what goes on, but we find there are windows and doors through which we can go to discover the truth of what's not on show. Often we look to the angels for guidance, a crossroad to tackle, a world of subsidence where everything's falling and we're holding on tight. But a warm wind is blowing to help through the night, and at last we awake, and the clock is still ticking when the car horns are heard above the sweet, gentle singing of birds in the street. A new day arrives. We stand on our feet. We dream. We survive. I lie on my bed. Now, during lockdown, I've taken a walk every morning. I go to lots of places, but this is one of my favourites, entitled Good Morning, Mr. Magpie. Through open-toed sandals, the dampness of the early morning licks at my feet, pulling me inward towards the reed-fenced natural pond, nature's housing estate for the hairy dragonfly, common frog and crested newt. Who would have thought a quarry could be so beautiful? Sandy gravel paths meander lazily round fields blanketed in stony soil or carpeted in barley, smiling and waving gently in the morning breeze to passers-by who respect their space, their growth, their majestic presence, crowned by the early sun. Who would have thought a quarry could be so peaceful? The cuckoo calls and the woodpecker raps deep in the dense wood, camouflaged, heard but not seen. Unlike the magpie who strut around, their uniforms gleaming blues and greens, sticking out white breastplates and announcing their mischievous presence. Who would have thought a quarry could be so homely? Hawthorns guard the way, sharing scented flowers, but making the passer-by aware of their prickly, agitated side, whose neighbour, the pink wild rose, holds her cup-shaped petal high, bathed in early morning dew, watching the fox run home. Who would have thought a quarry could be so alive? People scattered here and there, splashing colour onto the green and brown canvas, looking over patchwork to the horizon, where the hue confides to the viewer that it will be a hot, dry day, and their doggy companions are glad for an early morning stroll. Who would have thought a quarry could say so much? Each day I walk and see the change of colour on the landscape. A quarry, once steeped in clay where chimneys used to point up high, now skylarks and hunting red kites fly around the wispy clouds throughout the day, inviting. Who would have thought it would become the people's quarry? Thank you for listening.
Next up, we have the lovely young local performer, Tabi Gervis. Tabi did an hour-long set for us in the Stamford Cellar Bar last year, which was a complete sellout, standing room only, which goes to show just how brilliant she is. Tabi was one of the finalists on The Voice. She was in Pixie Lot's team, unfortunately just picked to the post, but that was when she was only 15. She's 17 now. She lives in Bourne, although she's studying in music in Guildford, and she's really fantastic. And she's put together, very kindly, a 10-minute set of some of her favourite songs. So enjoy the work of Tabi.
Hi, I'm Tabi Gervis, coming to you from my garage right now, actually. Here to take your mind off of everything crazy that's going on in the world and simply just play you some music. So here's a song that I wrote in lockdown. Why did no one tell me my 3 wishes weren't meant for growing up? A year only lasts so long. When I was young, time went so slow. Didn't matter which way was right or which way I go. I'd follow my own, go my own way, 'cause I thought I had an infinite age. I'd walk through the day, I'd get lost in my own mind. It felt like a lifetime, but now I only step outside and it flashes right before my eyes. Why did no one tell me my 3 wishes weren't meant for growing up? A year only lasts so long. Oh, a year only lasts so long. I didn't wish my life away. I just watched the young years slowly fray and dissipate. Should I look forward to my birthday? I just think that song is overplayed. Oh, I miss those days. I'd walk through the day, I'd get lost in my own mind. It felt like a lifetime, but now I only step outside and it flashes right before my eyes. Why did no one tell me my 3 wishes were meant for growing up? A year only lasts so long. Oh, a year only lasts so long. I didn't wish my life away. Oh, I can look forward to my birthday. I didn't wish my life away. I should look forward to my birthday. Why did no one tell me my 3 wishes weren't meant for growing up? A year doesn't last so long. Oh, a year doesn't last so long. So yeah, I bet you can basically guess what that song's about. It's about growing up and not wanting to be old, because I'm almost 18 now and I don't want to be an adult. But yeah, so this next song I'll be playing is a cover, same place, and it's Candy by Paolo Nutini. I absolutely love Paolo Nutini. So yeah, enjoy. I was perched outside in the pouring rain, trying to make myself a sail. Then I'll float to you, my darling, with the evening on my tail. Although not the most honest means of travel, it gets me there nonetheless. I'm a heartless man at worst, babe, and a helpless one at best. Darling, I'll bathe your skin, I'll even wash your clothes. Just give me some candy before I go. Oh darling, I'll kiss your eyes and lay you down on your rug. Just give me some candy after my heart. Oh, I'm often found explaining, but to her it plays out all the same. And although I'm left defeated, it gets held against my name. I know you got plenty to offer, baby, and I guess I've taken quite enough. Well, I'm some stain here on your bedsheet. You're my diamond in the rough. Darling, I'll bathe your skin, I'll even wash your clothes. Just give me some candy before I go. Oh darling, I'll kiss your eyes and lay you down on your rug. Just give me some candy after my heart. And you know that the writing's on the wall, but darling, I'll bathe your skin, I'll even wash your clothes. Just give me some candy before I go. Oh darling, I'll kiss your eyes and lay you down on your rug. Just give me some candy after my heart. Oh, I absolutely love that song. I love it, I love it, I love it. So this is actually my last song now. I hope I've been able to take your mind off every crazy situation that's going on in the world right now for a few minutes. And this last song is called Escape Reality. So enjoy. I wanna tell you why I left that note in your sweatshirt that night. Well, I was trying to paint my mind, but I ran out of space in the sky. Up through the stars, past Saturn and Mars, spent days in the Milky Way. You were the only thought in my head when I fell. So why do I tell you things my lips could never tell? And why do I show you things no eye should ever see? I guess it's just the way that I escape reality with you, with you. Crash, I hit the ground. The sun's coming up when you're around, and I don't know what I did before you, but I know I wanna stay. Oh, up in the stars with Saturn and Mars, I could spend days in the Milky Way. You're still the only thought in my head when I fall. So why do I tell you things my lips could never tell? Why do I show you things no eyes should ever see? I guess it's just the way that I escape reality with you, with you. I just thought that if I fell I wouldn't want to stay. You should see the solar system floating around my brain. And now the words are pouring into the black hole that I made. And that is why I'm writing you this letter today. Now I have told you things I thought my lips could never tell. And now I have showed you things no eyes should ever see. I know it's just the way that I escape reality with you, with you. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope you have a good rest of your isolation and stay healthy, stay happy, and stay 2 meters apart. Bye.
Our jazz gigs here in the Cellar Bar in Stamford have proved so popular, you have to get a ticket weeks in advance. And they're so popular, we're going to be doing jazz gigs over at the Guildhall Arts Centre, starting from as soon as we possibly can. So it was a no-brainer to ask the Andrew Wood Jazz Trio to play something for us this evening. The lineup for the Andrew Wood Jazz Trio is Andrew Wood on drums, Matthew Ratcliffe piano, and Martin Spencer on double bass. They're hugely popular. They've supported some of the biggest names, some of the biggest jazz names when they perform in Lincolnshire and the East Midlands in general. You'll also see them doing hour-long gigs on a monthly basis for us while the Arts Centre remain closed. But tonight he's just doing a 10-minute little section from his garage at home. Here is Andrew Wood and the Andrew Wood Trio.
Hello, Cellar Bar Live. My name's Andrew Wood and I organise the Jazz in the Cellar Bar events, which have been taking place since March 2018. I thought I'd just introduce what I'm going to do in this 10-minute set live from my backyard with the dodgy knackered wall. I'm going to be going into the studio and I'm going to just give you a little bit of an insight into what I do as a drummer, how, you know, the sort of things I've been practicing, what I work on, and sort of how that comes to fruition on gigs. I've done a little bit of bass as well, which is something that is very new to me. It's my new lockdown skill. I say lockdown skill, I've not really cracked it, but I'm giving it a go. Sort of see how the other half lives, see how bass players think and work. So I'm going to play two pieces. One's an original composition, which is just a bit of a jam in A minor really, and the second piece is a famous drum solo by my personal favourite drummer Max Roach called For Big Sid. Hope you enjoy it. I look forward to seeing you in the Cellar Bar for the jazz gigs as soon as possible. Take care.
Okay, so now I'd like to introduce Sarah Hughes to you. Sarah hails from Lincoln. She's a colleague of ours here in Stamford and Grantham Art Centres. She's a very good poet. She's an artist. You may have seen her doing some stuff for us online for children. She's brilliant, very talented artist all round. But she also sings and plays the guitar, and I hope you enjoy this performance from Sarah Hughes.
Hello, my name is Sarah Hughes, and I've been asked by the Stamford Art Centre to record some songs for the Cellar Bar event, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm a singer-songwriter based in Lincoln, and I'm going to play some original songs. This song was recorded at Playing Aloud Studios with my friend Martin, and it's called Wings, and I wrote this song for my nana. She was larger than life, taller than trees, the world to me, and I would run as fast as I could into any mess. Her voice is low, her hands like walls, holding back the pains of the world. Ooh. And I would dance with devil's fears and court bad men, and make myself small. She gave me a home and taught me strength is inside of us all, so must live in me. She said, don't let me down, don't let me down, you got to be free from the poisons in your mind, the poisons in the bars, the poisons in the form of friends who don't know who you are. Her voice is low, her hands like walls, holding back the pains of the world. And she said, I know someday that you will fly, 'cause I know you have wings inside. I know someday that you will fly, 'cause I know you have wings inside. I know someday that you will fly, 'cause I know you have wings inside. I know someday you will fly, 'cause I know you have wings inside. Okay, I'm going to do a song called Little Spoon that I wrote for my sister who has quite severe mental health problems, and I wrote this as a kind of lullaby to our childhood. So this is called Little Spoon. Little spoon, I recall the first time I laid eyes on you in a mother's tummy, sucking on your thumb. I thought it was funny, little one. Little spoon, remember all the times we'd stare up at the moon from the bedroom in the house with all the stairs. We'd stay up all night, we didn't care. Little spoon, please don't forget. Little spoon, you're my best friend. Little spoon, I used to fight all of your battles for you, fetch my sword and fight the monsters from your bed. Then I would lay with you and stroke your hair. Little spoon, school proved to be so hard for you. Oh, they didn't understand just how special you are. Little spoon, I must confess. Little spoon, I tried my best. Little spoon, after all this time the monsters came for you. Only this time you were fighting in your head, and I just cried because I couldn't help. Little spoon, oh, I wish it could be better for you. Wish we could go back to that house with all the stairs, and we could just be little girls again. This is my last song, and it's called A Visit from Death. Am I going mad? Am I going mad? Been talking with death, been talking with death. He tells me his plans, tells me his plans. Am I going mad? Am I going mad? And he comes to me at night and tells me that we've got it wrong. And he shows me all the jars that he fills up with our hopes. And he tells me time is false and flows in circles in the sky. And he shows me all the stars that line the darkness of our lives. Am I going mad? Am I going mad? Been talking with death, been talking with death. He's showing me friends, showing me friends. Am I going mad? Am I going mad? He comes to me and takes me on a journey through my life. And he shows me all the times I got it wrong or got it right. And he opens up his hands and gives the hearts of those I love. And I wear them round my neck. They don't weigh a thing. And I swear that if you listen, you can almost hear them sing. When he leaves me, I am cold. Nobody would believe that as all the world is quiet, he is watching as we sleep. Ooh. When he leaves me, I am cold. Nobody would believe that as all the world is quiet, he is watching as we sleep. When he leaves me, I am cold. Nobody would believe that as all the world is quiet, he is watching as we sleep. Thank you. I've been Sarah Hughes. Thanks to the Stamford Arts Centre, and good night.
I'm sorry, love, but can you play what we know? But I don't know that. I can't sing along. Can't dance along, that.
Okay, so I hope you're enjoying our show this evening. Next up, we have some more comedy for you. We all need a bit of a laugh at the moment in particular. So we'd like to introduce Sarah Johnson to the Live in Lockdown stage. Sarah, her comedy, she draws upon her experiences as a wife and a mother, sometimes saucy, often raucous. Welcome Sarah Johnson to our stage.
Hi everyone, it's Sarah Johnson here. I'm in my dressing gown, which is the clothing of choice, I think, during all this lockdown malarkey, and I just can't seem to be able to get out of it. It's saving washing though, and just, yeah, basically just staying in my pyjamas, look alike, I can even my roots doing and everything. But I'm actually recording this in the downstairs toilet because this is the only place that I can get a bit of peace and quiet away from the kids.
Mom! Where are you?
Oh, I've got out! So I thought I'd just do a little intro to some stand-up that I did months and months ago. Really missing it, missing you guys, and hopefully we'll be in a dark room licking each other's faces soon. So hope you're well and enjoy.
Hey up! for here. I'm just going to point out my T-shirt because a few people have been asking me what my T-shirt's about. You see it? It says peas, pies, pudding, chips and rice. I had this done for my Edinburgh show, which was called Mum's Going to Ibiza. It's a song. Peas, pies, pudding, chips and rice. Peas, pies, pudding, chips and rice. But I put it on to come here tonight, right? And I didn't realise what bad posture I'd got. And I stood there like this. With chips, without chips. I do it that way. With chips, without chips. I do it that way. With chips, without chips. My husband was like, stand up straight, you can't see the chips. Or when you can, they're in here. Things are going well, eh? I've had my name up in lights. I know, it said Sarah Johnson, room 2, downstairs. I was at the doctor's having a blood test, but hey, it's in lights, you can't argue with it, can you? I'm married. Yeah, I know. Sorry, mate. Too late. I've been married for 11 years. I know that's about as much as that deserves, to be honest. We were actually best friends for 7 years before we got married, and now we're just friends. He said to me, husband said to me the other night, he said, hey, he said, do you fancy watching a porno? I was like, well, we can do, but you better ask your mum and dad because they're watching the news. So I said, oh, go on then, put it on. So I'll tell you what it was, right? It wasn't just mega thingy dirty. It was basically, there was this guy in the kitchen. I think he was a plumber. No idea. And he's there, right? The lady of the house came in. She got a suit on from work and she'd got her hair in a ponytail, glasses. She comes in, right? No small talk whatsoever. He comes up to her, takes her hair out the ponytail. She goes, takes her glasses off, leads her to the bedroom. Takes her jacket off, drops it on the floor, reaches round to undo her skirt, takes her skirt down to reveal stockings and suspenders and no knickers. They get on the bed and do it every which way, and I thought, oh, that's not too bad. What a load of rubbish, because that would never happen. Anyway, I went to work the next day, got back, completely forgot about the porn, didn't realise my husband wanted to recreate that porn. So I walk in the kitchen, he's standing there in his overalls, right, and I thought, well, that's a bit weird, because one, he hates fucking DIY, two, what's he doing in the kitchen? No small talk, he comes up to me, right, now I can't get my hair in a ponytail, right, so he just went, kinky. Takes my glasses off to lead me to the bedroom. Now, as a glasses wearer, I can see fuck all, so he's going to have to lead me to the bedroom. Takes my jacket off, drops it on the floor. I pick it up, hang it up. He goes to reach round to undo my skirt, only he can't reach round, so he has to walk round the back. And he's like this. And I'm going, hook and eye, hook and eye. I said, oh, don't bother, I'll do it myself. Took my skirt down to reveal pants, tights, pants. If you don't know what the second pair of pants is for, it's to stop the boing on the tights. Take all three down together, do the little end of the tight dance. Bit of a flick, catch, sniff, they'll do for tomorrow. Those are clapping, have done it. So I go lay on the bed and I says to him, right, I says, you're going to have to go and get a towel because I changed the sheets this morning. I said, plus you're going to have to wear a condom because I've got netball later on with the girls. I like to leave that one there. Some people, I don't get it. Don't matter. So anyway, he bogs off to go and find the airing cupboard because he's never put anything away. He's gone ages. So when he does come back, I'm lying on the bed like that, fast asleep. That's a proper porno, isn't it? That's That's a proper porno. So I'm going to be selling that on VHS in the next break. If anybody wants some of that, that's brilliant. We've got 2 kids as well. Both my kids were £12.11 when they were born. Oh, thank you for clapping. We do. No, I had C-sections with both. I know. If I'd have had them naturally, my la-la would be the size of the Eurotunnel. And I've had some foreigners through there. True story. Thank you. They're clapping, and I've had foreigners. Anyway, we didn't put them in a cot, we put them straight in a bunk bed. Because I wanted, before I knew I had to have C-sections with both of my mum, I wanted I wanted a water birth, but the leisure centre is so expensive that you can't guarantee there's not going to be a kids' party on, can you? I know. But anybody got kids? Just give us a shout if you got kids. Yeah. Did you do a birth plan? No. Well, they asked me if I wanted to do a birth plan. Basically, a birth plan is how you want to have the baby, right? And I said I wanted a water birth, but also they said you've got to put a playlist together to play during the birth. I was like, huh? So I thought, right, I'll put the playlist together, and I couldn't decide on Where's Your Head At, Basement Jaxx. Push It, Salt and Pepper, or Torn, Natalie Imbruglia. But it was my son's birthday this weekend. He's now of an age where he needs to get a job in a flat. He's 12. He's too young. No. And I don't know what age is your kid? Oh, well, they won't be playing Fortnite and stuff. My lad, 12, anybody knows Fortnite? You know what Fortnite is? Thank you. Anyway, no, all the dances. So he goes upstairs in his bedroom, he's playing Fortnite all the time, right? He's up there for hours and he comes downstairs 2 hours later, right? He'd been crying. I was like, what on earth's the matter? Do you know what? The internet had been down for 2 hours and I didn't know, right? And I was thinking, why has he been up there all that time waiting? Why didn't he come and tell me? And then I thought, I know why he hasn't come and told me. Because I'd have gone, we didn't have internet back in our day. Go and read a book or play a board game with your sister. What? You're bored? Right, I'll show you a game of skill and coordination. Go and get a knife. What? Go and get a knife. This is what we used to play instead of playing on bloody games. Spread your hand out. Skill and coordination. Did that all with a compass. Do you remember? Like that. Now you're crying, aren't you? Stop crying. But they were just on Fortnite all the time, and he's there talking to his mates on the headset, and he looks like he's in a call centre, It's like, and if he's not playing it, because this for's and against, I think, because he's playing it all the time, and I'm thinking, well, he's safe. At least I know where he is. Do you know what I mean? But then on the other side, I'm like, go out and play. We were always out playing. I used to make dens across the field. We used to get the hare caught in the electric fence of the cow's field. I used to laugh out the side of my paralysed face. It was lovely. I said, do you play Fortnite? She's like, and but if he's not playing it, he's watching it. He's watching people on YouTube play it. I mean, what's the point? I know he loves it and everything. I love knitting. Right? I do love knitting, but I don't think I can make a living on YouTube. I don't think anybody is going to watch me knock up a bobble hat in 2 hours. Are they? No, good. That's new stuff. I can fucking go in the bin. Anyway.
So, our next offering features our very own Simon Hollingsworth, who helps programme Gravity Fields and the Georgian festivals for us. And he sings with a group called Boxenburg. And they've put together this very special little number, which is in particular about being in lockdown.
When will lockdown Will it be forever? Will we ever meet again? Washed our hands 10 times since breakfast, cleaned the post with antibac gel. We've been furloughed now till Christmas, drunk so much wine we're starting to smell. When will lockdown end? Could it last forever? Will we ever share a beer? And one day when we're all let out, we'll get out and head down to the art centre and stay all year.
Great, well thanks for tuning in to our first ever Live in Lockdown. We'll be back again next month, July 17th. We're currently very busy behind the scenes putting together another cabaret show especially for you. And keep an eye on the Arts Centre websites because we're programming lots of online content, from drawing classes to jazz, lots of things for children. So hopefully there'll be something for everyone. Thanks for joining in. Lovely to see you all. And take care.